introduction, who is Mr. Yusuke Saraya, President of the SARAYA Company, who will lead us through the experience of his company in the palm oil sector and some of the projects that the company has been supporting. Please join me in applauding him for this introduction.
Thank you very much for giving me an opportunity to talk to you. I'm from Japan. Now it's 1 o'clock in the night. I have to wake up and talk to you. And before I talk, I'd like to thank especially to Ms. Caroline Bosmeyer, who has been advising us since COP9 of Bonn, and also Dr. Naoki Adachi, who is leading JBID, Japan Business Initiative for Biodiversity. Thank you for them. Now, today, I would like to talk about our business of palm oil. How to move on? Okay. Especially, mainly about Borneo Conservation Trust, which we have been involved since 2004 and 5. Then RSVO, because I think most of you know that this is a round table of sustainable palm oil. Then, in the end, I would like to propose additional values by the palm oil mills so that everybody could be happy. I would like to remind you a little bit about palm oil, because palm oil is a main source of nutrition as well as some chemicals. And our product relating palm oil is as follows. We make a consumer product as well as a business product utilizing palm oil detergent. This is palm oil. They harvest maybe 7-8 times a year, a big bunch. The bunch is contained in small fruits. Then they just squeeze the fruits. Also, they can use the palm kernel. There's an oil. So this is what they plant. Oops. Palm oil is now growing the top oil in the world. They almost reached to 60 million and becoming to 70 and 80. They are over soybean oil and then rapeseed and let's say sunflower, I think. But the good thing of palm oil, they can use less land. It is said 1 hectare of a land can produce palm oil, 14 tons of palm oil is produced compared to the other oil. So in a way, it is very effective to use the land. Oops. So this shows that it is growing in production. And most of the production is made in Indonesia and Malaysia. I saw that there are some plantation in Campeche, maybe starting in Mexico, in a big scale too. So the problem is that in 1984, this is a Borneo, the North Borneo in Sabah, there was jungle, rainforest. Now there is only a patch of greens, rainforest. The other yellow are the palm oil. So there's a big plantation is kind of taking place in that area. So then in order to resolve this problem, then RSPO was formed. It was formed in 2003 by 7 members. We joined RSPO in 2005, January. Now there are 3,080 members, big members. So this is better than nothing, but there are also problems such as smallholders, or if it can solve really the biodiversity problem. So we have to take a look. So there is a certificate, new certificate trademark, that when you are RSPO certified using certified oil, segregation or book and train, and this is a new mark. We also put every product of our product to put this mark that we are using RSPO. But this maybe cannot be a full license for biodiversity. So we have to think of it. This is what there is a kind of additional price that we pay, so that we have to compensate in a way, innovative way. But then there is a Borneo Conservation Trust, and Borneo Conservation Trust Japan, which has been started since 2006 and 2008. Now I will tell you the story of Borneo Conservation Trust. In 2004, I had an interview by the TV, because I said our product is very biodegradable. The package is also recycled or smaller package, film package, less burden to the environment. But the TV said, Mr. Saraya, your product is named by palm oil detergent. Your product is not eco-friendly. Then I didn't know why he said so. I was always looking for a consumer, but I didn't look back to our supply chain that time. They say that because of your product using palm oil, the land is expanded, so there are wild elephants or orangutans are suffered. So that means I have to look back and I have to check that it is true or not in 2004. There is Mr. Nakanishi is also here, there. He's a dentist, but he doesn't like to watch the mouths of the people, so he just volunteered to go to the forest and check what is happening there, and he reported me that it is really happening. He talked to the Sabah Wildlife Department that we have to do something, because this is a kind of picture that small elephant is kind of conflicting, because they are a little bit closer to the palm plantation. The people of the palm plantation make trap to catch small animals. Then the small elephant is trapped. Then they just run away by being injured. So this kind of picture affects the consumer very much. So I think we should do something. We are not the major user of palm oil. There are big companies and there are big oil food producers. But I think we should do something. So we talked to the Sabah Wildlife Department, catch the injured elephant, take a cure, and so on, which is started in 2005. But only catching the elephant is an endless work. We talked to the people, then we just agreed to make a Borneo Conservation Trust, by the initiatives of the local government and ourselves. So the Conservation Trust is made to secure those biodiversity in that area. We have been keeping the elephant rescue because some elephants come to the palm plantation. They just eat the palm because it's very tasty, especially the core. Or some small elephant which is away from their mother, something like this. Sometimes it has been observed that they were killed in some way. They were matched on the back by putting some gasoline and something to run away. But this has to be. So the point is that we don't, the Borneo Conservation Trust seeks to keep the land at least along the river of Kinabatangan to make elephants to move more smoothly, and also the orangutan to move to find another mate, So this is a project that we have been doing slowly but steadily. And there is an elephant sanctuary which made in 2013. The point is that we have now having new problems because when we protect small elephants, they drink a lot of milk, like 20 or 30 liters a day. 10 days, 300. Who buys the milk? It's very expensive. Once there's elephants in the wild, they can eat their food. Once they are protected, we have to feed them. And then the elephants, when they get old, then they cannot, some of them can be returned to the forest. Some of the zoos are proposing to protect the genes of those elephants to keep them, but it is not resolved. So there is a problem. So the final point, I think we have to make everybody happy in a way, business way. So by looking at the plantation sometimes is a little bit greedy to make their land. Especially, it is prohibited to make lands along the river by the law, but they just plant, then where there is a flood, then those farm is died, so there is a green field, but already the rainforest has been cut. So we are replanting the trees. So I think they have to also seek for their business. So when you look at the plantation, as I said, there is a palm oil shell, a fruit bunch. Then out of the fruit bunch, you squeeze and take crude palm oil. The other palm oil effluent, which is a very, very bio-rich, BOD-rich effluent. Sometimes they are left and making methane gas out of this waste. Palm kernel shell is very usable to burn, to take energy, but mesocarp fibers, or empty fruit bunch, just they burn for their boilers, and the rest just left it. So we look that there could be some way to utilize them for briquettes, or pellets, baler, or biogas. So this is a kind of starting project this year. This is a kind of, when you have the 60 tons per hour, that means almost 10,000 hectares of palm plantation. It can create 51 million megawatt hour a year, or 8.6 cubic meters of methane gas, or pellet 10,000. So this is the kind of flow that I don't want to say too much, but only out of that big biomass, only a few oil part is used. So we are now starting by working with the local, the pilot plant of pellet, now also the biogas. So I think in all supply chain, we sell a product which is good, but because of our consumer, then we have to tell our consumer what is happening in the biodiversity in the production place, so that they can buy, and we donate 1% of our sales to Borneo Conservation Trust. In addition, we have to talk to the palm oil mill so that they can create more values together with us. So that this is a kind of my proposal, and the small pamphlet is showing that our activities in the past. Business people not only talk, no action, but we have to act. So thank you very much for listening.